we're going to do the Rebel Alliance. Touch? You must not. Hi pals, welcome to another mini vlog. Today we're going somewhere very exciting, as you can see from my hair and makeup. If you haven't already guessed, it's a Star Wars event. And my friend Victoria got invited to, through her agency, got invited to the Lego Star Wars VIP opening night at Tākina, which is a beautiful function facility in Wellington City, where they have a lot of events. And the last event that we went to there was the Disney one. So very exciting to be going to another Disney one, this time Star Wars. So earlier today, using my Cricut machine, I printed out some Rebel Alliance logos and I used them as stickers. I just peeled them off. The blue eyeshadow around the logo, peeled it off to get this. I've gone with a light blue look. I've gone with some diamantes on the side as well. And then my hair, I've got these little rounded like tufts, long plaits. I'm just trying to get as much footage before the sun goes down because it's about 3:30. It's a very windy, rainy day if you can't hear in the background. So I'm just hoping to show you my hair and makeup before it starts getting really, really dark. So I did some little sections. I sectioned off little parts at the back and did a little plait on both sides. Then this part here, I'll tuck it behind my ears so that you can better see the makeup and the Rebel Alliance logos on my face. Because let's be realistic, I wouldn't be with any other side in the Star Wars universe now, would I? I've actually just done a small section of my hair, twisted it, pulled it back and pinned it in the middle to give it sort of like this rounded look. Really excited to be sporting something very, very different to my normal look. I don't need to have anything to eat before I go either, which is really good because they have said they'll have vegan nibbles there, so I'm so excited. Let's go. Yes, I'm wearing a poncho. And that's because I spent too much time on my hair and makeup. But I have got on a really nice, just black ensemble with a jacket. And then a big poncho. So that when I arrive, my hair and makeup won't be ruined. Not the best night for a event, but at least it's indoors and at least it will be loads of fun, hopefully. Whoa! So we've arrived in the Te Papa Museum car park, which is just opposite Tākina. It is pouring down, it is so windy. Look at this, light side and dark side. No, that's the wrong franchise. Tim definitely knows the right franchise. He is more of a Star Wars geek than me. If you saw my prepping for the 80s trip, you would have seen that I had Lego passports at the time. I've actually brought one with me today because there is going to be somebody from Lego Masters at the event tonight. So I bought a Vivid and I bought my Lego passport, and I was thinking to myself, I wonder if they'll actually have a little booth there with a stamp that we can get that might be Star Wars related. So fingers crossed. If not, it'll be a fun little novelty item that I can get Ryan the Brickman to sign. So he is from the Australian Lego Masters TV show. Apparently he's going to be here tonight. And some of the stamps that I already have are Bluey. I've also got Dinosaur, a Christmas one, and of course the Wellington one from our local Wellington store. There are characters in costume, so let's go and get some selfies with them. Would you mind if we take a photo? Is that alright? Can we take a photo? Thank you so much. Are you having fun tonight? Oh yeah. Yeah? Thank you. Yeah, it's good.
Here we are to celebrate the creativity, imagination and craftsmanship that have gone into bringing a galaxy far, far away.
I became a councillor in local government. My point is, there is a world of possibilities in the Star Wars universe. They're found on screen, small and large. They're found in the many toys and figurines we collected as children.
I've heard a rumour that it's actually him, not Pedro Pascal, beneath the Mandalorian's mask. Please welcome the mastermind behind Lego Star Wars The Exhibition, Ryan Brickman McNaught.
I did have trouble bringing this through customs at New Zealand Airport, I must be brutally honest, but this is how we're going to cut the ribbon to open the exhibition today with a Darksaber.
I've got my Lego passport and I'm going to go and ask for it to be signed. Hi, nice to meet you. I'm Georgette.
Oh, awesome.
I wondered if I could sign my Lego passport.
Of course, nice.
Yeah, awesome.
Awesome.
Thank you. My parents are huge fans of
sweet.
Lego Masters as well, so I wondered if we could take a picture. Is that all right? Thank you so much. Cool.
Awesome.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Very nice to meet you.
Likewise, Alright, press the button.
Before you jump into the world of LEGO Star Wars, I want to share some facts and figures of what you're about to see. We've also hidden throughout the exhibition Mandalorian and Grogu minifigures.
Don't let any stormtroopers discover you eating near one of the models. Exhibition. As we jump to hyperspace, inside you can build your own Lego Star Wars.
Obi-Wan, of course, 1,000 unique
I love
minifigures
BB.
and nearly 1,500 different LEGO Star Wars
Give
sets.
him like a big hug.
Gosh, I don't
Princess Leia, and R2-D2. I can't imagine how many bricks it would take to put it all together. And over here we've got C-3PO. C-3PO. Oh, Master. Wait for me, Master. Here we are, the Rebel Alliance. The only correct side to enter into. But you can enter into either the Galactic Empire or the Rebel Alliance. And of course, we're going to do the Rebel Alliance. No. Come this way, not that way. Don't be tempted by the Rebel Alliance. This is where we must enter. Whoa! This is incredible. Whoa, we're jumping to light speed.
Push them all in order.
Lay a course into the nav computer by pushing the 4 buttons in sequence. Pull the lever down to go to light speed. Here we go.
Pull the lever.
Pull the lever, Kronk. Oh my god! Hold on tight! Alright, so putting the last blocks on. I need sand yellow, another bright blue, so mine should match like that. Now we're ready to give them over. Thank you. Which helmet would I wear?
This leads to a dead end.
Kylo Ren's? No. Boba Fett. X-Wing helmets. No, it says it.
Not only can we take in what you've given, I have created, which, by the way, There's over 8 million Lego bricks and 25,000 hours of building. Firstly, we should think about what is the purpose of that. Is it a protocol like C3 projector or even a retractable cable with all fun wheels? Let's start with how it moves around. Perhaps roll around like BB-8. Or does it have wheels like R2-D2?
It says, touch, you must not. Dragon! Such a cutie. So these are my afterthoughts of the Star Wars event. I'm going to show you a couple of the things that we bought at the gift shop and talk you through how I thought the event went. When we first entered, we got these really cool lanyards. So these were specifically for the VIP night. Now you could buy, I have just found my DJI magnet, which I have been missing for quite some time. It was connected to the key rings. So I really needed to film this earlier, and I would have found that a long time ago. VIP lanyards were what we got given as we walked through the door. Attached to the really neat lanyards, which have got C-3PO and gold Lego bricks all over them, is also a Emperor Palpatine Lego keychain. You can buy Darth Vader ones. I think I bought one in Japan for my dad a couple of years ago when I went to Legoland in Nagoya, which I cannot wait to go to again because I loved it so much. But I've never seen a Emperor Palpatine one available in the stores or online, so that was a really neat thing that we got attached to the VIP lanyards as we walked through the door. So I obviously got my Lego passport signed by Ryan Brickman, and that was a really neat experience. It was great to have a quick chat to him and take a photo. He signed it Play Well, or Georgette Play Well from Ryan the Brickman, and that's a really neat memento that I get to keep and take all around the world to get more of my stamps from the Lego stores. Accessibility wise, I wanted to quickly say that the whole event was flat. So there were a couple of ramps that you would go up and down into separate areas, but overall really accessible, like very friendly for wheelchair users, or maybe if you're going with a family and you've got an elderly member who isn't really good with stairs, you're not going to have to worry about that. Also on the topic of accessibility, I thought that the exhibition itself was very loud. So you'll hear in a lot of the clips a lot of drone noises, a lot of like Star Wars noises, a lot of ships engaging in combat, and just an overall like loud beeping noise in the background in some of the areas. So if you have young kids, or if you have anyone in the family who is possibly autistic and they wear headphones, anyone neurodiverse might find that experience a little bit overwhelming. So we were there on opening night. Obviously we were invited, but we also were in attendance with paid guests, people who had bought a ticket to the opening night. So it wasn't too busy, and there were lots of adults there. There weren't many young children. But if you have a child who maybe struggles with feeling overwhelmed with really loud noises, I think that this exhibit is probably not going to be the greatest for them, especially comparing it to the Disney event that we went to this time last year. It had like a beautiful Moana area that was covered and quite like quiet with like waves sort of crashing, which would be perfect for a child who is feeling overwhelmed to go and to rest and recover. They also had reading areas in the Disney exhibit that we went to, whereas the Star Wars exhibit is very full on. It's an amazing exhibit for children who want to get tactile and play with all the Lego, but I can assume that it would be so crowded and very loud. So that's just something to keep in mind. In that same category, there weren't many seats. So if you did have an elderly person who maybe wanted to sit and watch while the kids play, there weren't many seats around. There were a few, but it's definitely something to keep in mind if you are going with family members who need quiet spaces or people who need to rest and watch children while they play. I absolutely loved the interactiveness of the exhibit. From the very start, you've got the doors closing behind you, and then you get this full-on introduction to the Star Wars Lego exhibition with Ryan Brickman explaining about different things like the scavenger hunt, or you're going to be able to build different Legos whilst you look around the exhibit. If you love the Star Wars franchise, you'll absolutely love this exhibit. I think if you've got time to spend, you should put an afternoon aside and go, because if you want to build your own spaceships to defend the Empire, they have these really neat areas where you can build your own ships, build your own droids, even build your own lightsabers, and then scan them into the machines and use them in interactive ways. So you get to see your droids like up on the big screen fighting against light side versus dark side. And if you wanted to give it a really good amount of time, you could definitely spend like 3 or 4 hours in there. That being said, if you're not really interested in building Legos, and if you just want to go and look through the exhibits and look at all of the Legos and just appreciate the time and effort that has been put into each of these wonderful statues, then I think you'll also really enjoy it. But maybe if you've got children who aren't really into Star Wars, I wouldn't spend the money to take them, because they will probably walk around, look at a few things, and then go, can we go home? Versus if you have kids who adore building Lego, or if you're really, really into interactive things and they know the Star Wars franchise and they know the Star Wars universe, then take them and they'll enjoy it. I really enjoyed the mosaic, the mystery mosaic. So you get a little square, a flat square of Lego, and then on the screen in front of you it will tell you which bricks to put in which spot. You then hand it over to the attendant and they put it up on the wall. And I'd actually love to go back near the end of the run of this exhibition to see my mystery mosaic tile like completed on the wall with everyone else's. I think that would be really neat. You can also scan the QR code and look it up online. So that part of the exhibition was really, really fun. And then towards the end there was a gift shop, so I'm going to show you now what we bought. There was lots of books, and I bought myself a book. There was lots of stationery. There was lots of lounge fly bags as well, so all of the Disney lounge fly bags, but in the Star Wars universe obviously. They had figurines. They had a ton of pop figurines. They actually didn't have as much Lego as we had hoped. There was an entrance into the gift shop in Tākina, and behind that, like before you go through the gift shop, there was actually like walls of Lego that you could buy. Very expensive. Lego is always so expensive, but I just feel like it was like, I don't know if they hiked up the prices, probably not, but maybe it just seemed very expensive. There was also a ton of limited edition Star Wars Lego sets, so obviously from 10 years ago. They've obviously got them there for sale if you really want to buy them. They had money banks, piggy banks, but this particular book really caught my eye. So this is Women of the Galaxy. It is an updated and expanded version. So let's have a look at some of the pages together. Kind of like a feminist Star Wars book, if you may. I really loved the cover art, and I loved that all of the artists are credited in it as well. So it's not AI, nothing like that. It's like a coffee table statement piece. So Jyn Erso is in here. Rogue One is one of my favorite movies, so I was very excited to open up the pages of this book and just find every single feminine person within the galaxy is in this book. Like R2-Katie, super cute. And then a couple of pages over, we've also got Rey. And for the more well-known women of the galaxy, like Leia, they actually have 2 or 3 pages with their full stories in there. So beautiful cover, front and back. Absolutely loved it. So at the back we've got the contributing artists, we've got the writer here, and then we've got all of the artwork credited as well, which is really neat. And it actually shows like their art style, and it tells you a little bit about the artist as well. So I really liked it. I'd never seen anything like this before, so I was really excited to get it, and especially the updated and expanded version. Just going to stand up and show you the poster that Tim picked out. Really neat black and neon green and yellow droid Star Wars Rogue One poster. Sorry, not droid, Death Trooper. We'll just wait for that noisy car to go past. There we go. Yeah, sorry, not droid, so Death Trooper. So we'll get that one into a frame and hang it up on the wall to go alongside some other Star Wars posters that we have. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I really enjoyed vlogging the event. If you love the Star Wars universe, I would love to know who your favourite characters are, what your favourite movies are, and what you most loved about this video. Comment down below, and thank you for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye!